Welcome to another episode of the Sister Buzz. I'm Colleen, and this is Krissy. How's it going, Krissy?
And good. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you. Very excited to doing another episode of the Sister Buzz. I did want to recap a little from our last episode. For all of our viewers out there who are familiar, we did a buzz about the comfort generation and athleisure. Krissy, you remember? Little recap
I I
for you.
do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kristen might have told the little fib in that episode, because in full disclosure, we did a little investigation, and she stated that her athleisure obsession was only limited to 10 to 15 athleisure outfits. Okay. Um, Upon further investigation, after the episode, Kristen did explore her closet, and we are here to tell you that the number was incorrect. 10 to 15 was not the number. Okay, folks out there.
Nope.
Krissy, can you tell our listeners how many true athleisure outfits that you own?
So, in true transparency, I counted them all and I have 25 athleisure outfits.
25, not 10 to 15. That's a difference of at least 10 outfits. So I don't know about everybody out there, but when you can't keep track of an extra 10 outfits, I think we have a Houston, we have a problem. Okay. And then she proceeds to tell me on the phone this week. And you guys are welcome because I'm blowing her in right now. She proceeds to tell me on the phone this week that four or five of them don't fit her anymore because she does look fabulous, folks. She's lost a good amount of weight, but still, Krissy, they're still in your closet. So maybe they need to go to the Goodwill. Maybe you can let some other person have a little athleisure in their life. But
Well,
I think, I think this is an
maybe.
intervention. I think it's an
Uh,
intervention. I think you need to stop with the QVC athleisure. If it comes on, you need to commit to change the channel. Just change the channel.
that's what happens when you have the app on your iPad. It's addictive. And I probably have to take the app off my iPad. But the other thing I will tell everyone is that, yes, some don't fit and they're bigger. But those are for home. So there's some that I just wear around the house, and then there's some that I wear out in public or when I travel. So there are purposes for all of them. But I do have an obsession. Yes. Yeah. I'll admit it.
Oh, 100% you have an
Hmm.
obsession.
Hmm.
So I'm sorry I had to just digress to our last episode because it was just so telling when you called me this week and disclosed in full, transparency, as you put it, that it was actually not 10, 15, it was 25, which is I own two, everybody, and I'm wearing one right now. Two.
And it looks
I
fabulous, by
might
the
have
way. Love it.
might have ordered another one this week, but I definitely have two.
Wait, I thought you had three. I
No,
thought
I
you
have
had the
two.
two. Oh,
Well, I have a black one, but I don't really wear it. So I
what
guess I
about
do
the
have three.
what about the cream
Yeah.
one? What about the cream one you bought on the trip? The
Oh, I
cream
didn't
one you
like that
bought
one.
oh, you didn't like that one. Okay. All right. That one
Oh, no,
doesn't
no,
count.
that one I do have. Yes, I
Oh,
still
oh,
have
okay.
that one.
Okay. All right.
The one that
Okay.
says Mama on the front.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what my kids call me. So I get the one that
Okay.
says Mama.
So
It's
so
very
you do
cute.
have three, maybe one on the way.
I
In the
definitely have one on the way. I ordered it.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
definitely
All right.
true
Okay.
transparency. But I'm traveling next month. So, but I can't let go either, Krissy, that she's behind her. She has for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as you guys all know, October.
Yep.
Krissy still has her breast cancer awareness pink on and her blankie behind her.
Yep. Yes, I
So
do. I
again,
do.
everyone get checked. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I love Krissy. You're killing it still with all of your breast cancer awareness stuff. So I'm still in a pink chair, so that counts.
It
All right.
counts. It always counts.
Well, the reason for all the athleisure is that I am traveling soon. So my husband Chris and I are going next month on a river cruise in France. So very excited about that. November in France is very cool. I looked at the temperatures, so I'm going to be having to layer up and have some athleisure that I can wear scarves with and just zhuzh it right up. So
Mm-hmm. Because you're a
that might
zhuzher.
be
You're a zhuzher.
I'm a zhuzher. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
I'm very
I
excited.
I could not. She can just put a whole bunch of stuff together and just look good. I would be there for hours trying to figure out what went together, what shoes to wear, what scarf. Colleen puts it together in like 2 seconds. So, and looks fabulous. So,
I appreciate that.
mhm.
I'm always here for you, Chrissy. You know
Okay,
that.
good,
Just phone
good.
call
I
away.
know that.
Just
Yeah.
a FaceTime away. You do just fine, by the way. She doesn't give herself enough credit. That's part of the problem. But speaking of travel, so the sis time capsule tonight for me is all about travel. And I would be remiss if this travel does not include the two of us um, together, but separately. So when I was right out of college, got my first job, um, I was traveling to see my parents, okay, and the island of St. Kitts. So my Kristen was just recently married. Her husband, Nick, at the time had a very busy job, couldn't take vacation. So she said, and I was single. And I said, let's go to St. Kitts and we will fly down and go see mom and dad because mom and dad were down there for like 4 or 5 months every year.
Hmm.
So she's like, great idea. So at the time we were both living in Connecticut, right, Chrissy?
Yep, yep. We were both in
And for
Connecticut.
some dingy reason, we took off at different times. Okay.
Well,
I don't,
I I think it was just job related. I think we had to take different flights. I don't know if you had a meeting or
it was the
I'm
same
not
day
quite
though.
sure, but it was the same day.
Yeah.
And as I recall,
So
it was snowing. I think it was
snowing like a
snowing.
banshee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was
Yeah.
like issues with flights, but anyways.
Delays. But why we didn't have our crap together to even get on the same flight at that point in our lives, I don't know. I think I was 22, so that made you 24. We didn't have our stuff tight, so whatever.
No, no,
So
we did not.
anyways, you had just gotten married that June, right?
I believe so.
I think.
Yes, I did.
Okay,
Hmm.
and this was like February, I think.
Hmm.
January. I think it was February. So
I think it was
anyways,
February. Yep.
so I get on the plane, Connecticut, I take off, I connect, I land in Puerto Rico. Okay. So I get to Puerto Rico and it's only a little puddle jumper from Puerto Rico to St. Kitts. Okay.
Hmm.
So I'm talking to Chrissy on the phone in Connecticut and she's like, I'm not leaving on time. My flight's going to be late, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I am waiting. What the idea was we were supposed to meet in Puerto Rico and then we were supposed to fly to St. Kitts on the same flight, big unveiling. Hi, mom and dad, we're here together. You're so happy, right? Yeah. Well, best laid plans. Okay. So first of all, we can't get our crap together to leave together. Then I get to Puerto Rico, no Chrissy. Okay. No Chrissy, no Chrissy, no Chrissy. So I'm delayed. So what do most normal travelers do when they're delayed? They go to the bar, right? So I went to the bar. Now, at that point in my life, I maybe weighed 120 pounds. Like I was super, super skinny. It did not take much for me when I had a few cocktails. And I don't believe that I had really ate that much that day either. This was a long time ago. So I'm recollecting off, from a long time ago, but from what I
Hmm.
remember. So I
Hmm.
sat at the bar and I'm still trying to talk to Chrissy. She still hasn't landed. Meanwhile, I'm talking to my father and mother on the phone, and they're yelling at me because Chrissy's not there. And I'm like, well, where's Chrissy? Where's Chrissy? I'm like, well, I'm here. Does anyone even care that I'm here? It was all about where was Chrissy. Okay. So, so my flight's coming up, right? That I'm going to be leaving. And I'm on the phone with them and had a few cocktails. Well, I hear last call for my flight to St. Kitts. Okay. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever flown on these little puddle jumpers. Okay. When you fly into the Caribbean, but you go down, and back then you go down the stairwell and then out on the tarmac to go out to your little
Hmm.
plane, right? It's like a 20-seater, whatever. Well, I might have had a few cocktails and fallen down the stairs of the, of the, of the airplane, stairwell to the airplane. I had a pair of clogs on, which at the time were really cute. They were
Well, they
like
were in
Nine
then.
West. Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was suede. I mean, they were everything with my
Yeah.
jeans. I mean,
Yep.
so I was working it as usual. So not athleisure, mind you. It was
No.
jeans. No one wore the athleisure then. I
No.
had my clogs on.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yep.
So the clogs flew off. I fell on my leg. So I stand up. I'm bleeding profusely from my shin. My my entire leg is bleeding through my jeans. I find my clogs. The lady at the bottom of the stairs was so nice. She helped me collect myself.
Only wish I could have seen it in person.
Oh, that lady, I made her night. She probably went home and told her whole freaking family. Thank God there wasn't phones in high usage back then.
No, there was not cell
So
phones.
no, I don't think there was
Not
cell phones.
not
So
not like that.
so I walk across the tarmac, and I mean, when I tell you I was barely walking, I remember like, oh my God, like I was drunk and it hurt. So you know when you're drunk and it hurts, it really freaking hurts, right? So because everyone on this listening to this podcast has drunk fallen, okay? And don't tell me you haven't. And you wake up the next day and you go, oh my God, where did I get that scrape? Or oh my God, I have a bruise. How did it happen? And then you lay there in your bed and you go, oh yeah, I remember
Yeah,
now.
that's how
We've
it
all been
happened.
there. Right. So I get on the plane, I get all my stuff put away, whatever. And the stewardess comes up, or excuse me, flight attendant. Flight attendant comes up and goes, oh my God, are you okay? And I said, do I look okay? And she goes, what happened? And I told her my clock fell off, which was not true. So, so I go, can you bring me a drink, please? Which is the last thing
I
I
was gonna
needed.
say, like you needed another drink.
So she brought me a diet. I told her to bring me a Diet Coke and a little thing of vodka. So
Oh
I'm like
God.
mixing
Oh
like
Lord.
the last thing I need, right? It's literally a 30-minute flight to get to St. Kitts. So needless to say, I drink my drink, I get off the plane. So when you get off the plane in St. Kitts, anyone who's been there, it's a beautiful island. I highly recommend you go. When you get off the plane, it's very open. The airport was very open at that time,
Mhm.
and mom and dad could see you had to go through customs, but mom and dad could see you, right? They could see
Yep.
you. So my mother, our mother, was thrilled that we were coming. Okay. At this point, they don't know Krissy's not with me. Okay. So I get off the plane. Now, mind you, I'm bleeding. I've got blood all over my jeans. I am pretty intoxicated, not stumbling or anything like that, but you know, and I'm dragging my suitcase. And the first thing my mother screams is, where's Krissy? And I'm just looking at her. I go, seriously? Really? I'm bleeding. And where's Krissy? So I go through customs, like, and of course they search my suitcase, right? And so I'm like talking to the guy, and he's like, "Quiet, please." And I'm like, "Okay." So Dad's looking at me like, "Shut your mouth," because Dad's standing literally on the other side of the gate.
Mhm.
So I walk through, and Dad goes, "What happened to you?" I said, "I fell." He goes, "You're drunk." I said, "I've had a few cocktails, but my clock fell off." I stuck to my clock fell off story the entire time. So, where's your sister? I said, Pop, I don't know where she is. Mom goes, oh my God, poor. Then it's Chris. No one offers first aid. No one stops at the store to buy me a Band-Aid and some ointment. No. It was right into, where is your sister? I said, I don't know. So Dad goes, we got to go back to the house. I got to call, find out where your sister is. So no, no, I just went to my room and changed into my bathing suit. And I think I went and soaked my leg in the pool. I don't even remember, but no one was looking for me. Okay. No one was caring or looking for me. So, needless to say, I go back inside the house and I hear Dad on the phone. So he starts telling the lady at the airline that they said, "Sir, we have no more people, no more spots on this flight. The last flight coming in, we can't get her on." And he proceeds to tell the woman that Kristen, right, Krissy,
Yeah.
that Kristen, feel free to interject if I'm telling something wrong, tells the lady on the phone that Kristen is 16 years old
No.
and that her name is Kristen Olin. Now, needless to say, oh, sorry, needless to say, her name wasn't that. Okay. It's her married name. Okay. And it says it on her license and probably on her airline ticket.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So dad like shames this poor woman on the phone and into getting Krissy on the flight.
Yeah, it was the
Right, Krissy?
last, absolute last flight. So by the time Colleen got to St. Kitts, I was in San Juan having a few cocktails at the bar myself because I think I had like a 5 hour layover at that point. So, and the flight into St. Kitts didn't, I want to say it was like 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night. So I sat there for a while and I had to use like long distance, like minutes I'm trying to remember. And that's how I actually talked to Dad. And then he told me what he did. And I was like, you did what? And he goes, you're on the flight. I told him you were 17 years old or 16 years old and that you were my
Whatever. He
daughter.
lied.
And I was like, okay, Dad. And and so he got me on the flight. And so I think it was like 4 or 5 hours that I sat in San Juan. And mind you, I missed getting on Colleen's flight by minutes. Just
I should
not
have
very
laid
long.
there longer.
You know, they would have shut the
Would
door
have
on
been
both of us.
great. Would have been
So,
great if
yeah.
you came
So
down the stairs and I was laying there
and
getting
you were
first
laying
aid.
there. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, minutes. They were like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but the flight's closed. And I was like, oh my gosh. So it was a day for the airport bars. So it was a really long layover, but oh boy, it was and I just missed her. And at the time I had no idea any of that happened to her. I had no idea until I got there later that night. And as Colleen said, when you come into the airport, they're all looking at you, and I see everybody looking at me, and our mother's going, "Oh, there she is, she's here," So
At
just
least you got
excited.
that reaction. I got the reaction. Where's Krissy? What did you do with your sister? Did you not wait for her? And mind you, I am the younger sister. Okay.
Mhm.
By 2 years, no
Mhm.
one even cared. Like I was bleeding. None.
Yes,
Zero
they
care.
did. Yes, they
No,
did.
I didn't. No, I didn't. Next day, Krissy and I are sitting by the pool. She goes, "Wow, your leg looks really bad. That must have really hurt." I go, "Yeah, it freaking hurt. Right down the stairs. Yeah, it hurt." Dad and Mom didn't give a rip.
Oh
That
gosh,
was a fun trip, though.
it was a great trip. It was a
It
lot of
was a
fun.
really fun trip. That was the trip where we went out to dinner that one night and we were dancing. They had this like whatever reggae band or whatever it was at Steel Band, and
Yeah.
at that restaurant. And we got Dad and Mom on the dance floor, and some lady came up and started shaking herself
Start
at
shaking
Dad, and Mom
her dad. Her mom lost her. She,
Mom lost her crap.
she
She's
was,
like, she's like, "Excuse me."
yeah, she was so mad. She was like, she did not like anybody near our father, not at all. Oh
Dad was
God.
like, "Bring it on, people." He didn't
Oh
care. He was
yeah,
shaking his
yeah.
thing.
He
Uh,
loved it. He loved
they
it.
were a trip though. That was a really fun trip. But that was probably the last. That was the last trip we did, like together like that, right? With especially with Mom and
I
Dad. I
like
think I
that.
don't think
Oh
we've.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because yeah, I was newly married, so that was, I think that was the last
Yeah,
time I was in St.
but
Kitts, I think. So,
I think it was. And then I don't
hmm
think it was many years until a couple years after that, Mom and Dad stopped going there because Dad's
Yeah,
heart
I think
stuff.
you're right. Yep. 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 It was
But
too far to go and they didn't have the medical facilities. So,
Dad was like the mayor of St. Kitts, though. He knew everybody.
hmm
We'd go all these places, and they just people love them down there. Such a
hmm
small island and so quaint.
Yep. Yep.
Um, they just had a lot of friends and a lot of people they knew, and it was really fun to go there with them and let them share it with us and
Oh, yeah. It was
all that
great.
kind of stuff. So, listen, I'm just hoping that by travel in a month to the which I've never been to France, so Chris and I are looking very forward to going. Very blessed that we're going on this trip together. It's just us. So it's going to be the city of love, little, French.
There you
So
go.
and we're
Paris.
hoping we like the river cruise because Chrissy's already told me she's like, I want to hope you like it because she wants to go the next time.
Yeah. We'll see. We shall see.
We shall
So,
say.
yeah.
So very excited. So that's all of you guys out there traveling. I mean, little athleisure and a good trip, but that one was one for the record books, Krissy,
Oh,
don't you think?
I do. I agree. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. And it's such a great story. When I haven't heard that one in a while, so that's funny.
It's
That's
a
a
good
great
one.
one. Oh,
It's
it's
a
a
good
good
one.
one.
Our kids love that one.
They
They
do. They do
really
love
love
that
that
one.
one.
Yep,
The
they do.
Adventures of Us.
Hmm
Well, Krissy, I'm going to hand it over to you for the buzz.
The buzz. So, okay. So for me, I just started thinking about things like, just like, we've been talking about athleisure. We were talking, so started thinking about fashion. So, and I was asking myself, so I figured I would just, talk about it on the podcast and ask Colleen about it. So let's talk about all the different types of pants out there. So there's just so many different types of pants. And, I kind of have like just, so there's the skinny, the tapered, and then we have the straight, the
Hmm.
boot cut, and the flared, and the ever popular lately wide leg. And then the floor length. And then these are the two that have always puzzled me the most, I think, capri and cropped.
Mm.
So I just wanted to take a few minutes to see, like, Colleen, what do you think? Like, do you have a favorite? Do you have a
I
favorite type of long pant that you like, or does it depend on the occasion, where you're going,
yeah.
time of year? Like, so I just wanted to see what your thoughts were about it because it's just always like there's so many different types, and yet, and then you can wear so many different shoes with them. So I just, and I see, like I said, the capri and the cropped have always been like, you know, okay, so what's the difference? So,
Mhm.
obviously the length, or is cropped considered obviously ankle length. So I just thought we maybe spend a few minutes and like talk about it and see like what's your preference? What type of pant do you like to wear?
It depends on what I'm doing. So I have a very definite opinion on this. So for work, for
Mm-hmm.
work attire, I
Mm-hmm.
tend to go with the wide leg.
Yeah.
Pure comfort is usually where I stand with that. And also, they look sharp and pulled together,
Yeah.
like the wide leg, the high-waisted wide leg. I kind of favor those now. The most
Mm-hmm.
of it is comfort, like if I'm sitting in the car or I'm on a plane. But I do have some fit and flare at the bottom for work. I have worn those from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the wide leg are nice because you can wear a boot with them or you can wear a heel with them.
Right.
Um, so I do like those. Now, a few years, so that's more for work. I don't really wear a lot of wide leg for casual that much.
Mm-hmm.
I take that back. I have two pair of wide leg jeans,
I was gonna say I've
like a
seen you in
dark,
some wide leg jeans. Yeah.
yeah, dark, and so I do have jeans that are wide leg. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely, but you got to wear those with more tapered shirt,
Yep.
or
Yep, for
shorter
sure.
jacket, some more
Yep.
tapered. Yeah, you can't wear flowy with flowy. It doesn't go.
Right. Right.
Um, Now the skinny jean. Okay,
Everybody's
I
gotta
was a
love a skinny jean.
I was a huge fan of the skinny a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then Reagan, my 15-year-old, who I think was 14 or 13 at the time, told me skinnies were out and she made me throw them all out. Okay.
Did she
So I
really?
threw, oh yeah, she's very forceful about it. And Allie was on me too, my other daughter. She's on me a little bit about it too. So I threw them all out. I had like six pair. I got rid of all of them. Okay.
Hmm.
However, I'm here to say I bought another pair of skinnies the other day.
Did you really?
Okay. About 2 weeks ago. And they're my new favorites. And this is why. You can wear a high boot. You can wear an ankle boot. You can wear a pump. You
Hmm.
can wear a flat. They're absolutely the most versatile jean for your shoe game.
Hmm. Yeah.
However, when you talk about your top game, you
Hmm.
don't really want to do a lot because they're tighter, right?
Yeah.
You want to kind of mix that up. Blazer, cute shirt,
Right.
flowy shirt, you know what I
Right.
mean? Big
Right.
sweater.
Right.
Yeah. But definitely a skinny for me gives you more of a shoe game, like flexibility,
Yeah.
Don't you agree, Krissy?
No, I would agree. Yeah, I would agree. Especially, I mean, you can even put, like I guess people call them different, like little sneakers, tennis shoes, whatever
Yeah,
Keds back in the day,
yeah,
and with like a sweatshirt, and it depends on where you're going or if it's just casual, but I would agree. I think they have a lot of versatility. And I think the other thing that I've noticed with a lot of jeans that I bought, regardless if they're wide leg, straight, skinny, is the stretch.
yeah.
Just the stretch in them. And then I have a lot that are pull on without even a button. Like they
Mm-hmm.
don't button and zip up. Um, because sometimes I found that like even the button like like rubs on my shirt, or something like
Yeah.
that, and it's really irritating. And so and it's not elastic, not to be confused with elastic. It's not an elastic
Mm-hmm.
band. It's just a pull-on jean, but the stretch in so many of the jeans, I don't know that I own a pair of jeans without stretch. They're just
Yeah.
I mean maybe one or two, but and I have all different wide leg, some skinny, not as many skinny,
Mm-hmm.
but more of like wide leg or straight. I do have a
Yeah.
few boot cut. And I don't really wear heels. So, I mean, I might wear a short kitten heel every now and again, but not a lot. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I just wanted to see what you thought about it. And then the
Yeah.
The capri versus the cropped. Now, would you say do you wear either?
I
Do you wear,
no, capri, I would never. Wouldn't wear a capri. Completely no. That's a no. That's an not even happening. Cropped, yes. In the summer,
okay.
I wear like a cropped because I don't know, they feel more easy breezy to me, like because they're
Yeah.
cropped. So
Yeah.
I bought some this summer. They were like the slim crop from Ann Taylor Loft, and I loved them. I bought like a khaki and a white and one other color, and I wore those a lot because again, you can wear those with flats or you can wear
Yeah,
them with a
for
heel for
sure.
work for me, and they're
Yep.
really cute.
Yep.
So yeah, capri no. Um, but I do have like straight leg jeans
Hmm.
that I wear with boots. I do have one pair that's fit and flare that I love, that I wear those like that's kind of for me like a fit and flare is more like a little dressier to me. Like
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
probably
for
wear
sure.
that a little
Yeah.
dressier. Where the straight leg, sometimes my straight legs, I don't know if you've done this, Chrissy, but I fold them. I do like a really heavy fold at the bottom so I
Like a
can show
cuff, like
off
a
the
bigger cuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
can show off the boot I'm wearing,
Yeah. Yeah.
or
I've
my
seen that
ankle
a
or
lot
matching shoes.
lately, people doing that. So,
Yeah, with
um,
the straight leg. So
yeah,
I would say I wear pretty much all the picture that was up there a few minutes ago. I have the variety for
variety of
sure.
them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
for
it is.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
definitely I agree with you though. It's all over the board now.
oh
You've
yeah.
got to try stuff on
Mm-hmm.
and it's all your body type, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, definitely, depending how I'm feeling during that month, maybe the skinnies aren't coming out right away or something.
Skinnies might not be the way
But
to go. Yeah.
if I'm feeling a little,
Yeah.
but definitely I love all of them.
Yeah. So just to conclude, so I wanted to ask you one other thing. So the cropped, you could wear those into, I mean, depending on if you put them on with boots or whatever, you can wear those for a while too. I
Oh,
mean, it's not like you have to stop wearing them, right? Like,
no.
or is there certain, you can keep wearing them. So
You could
as far
keep
as
wearing white
weather.
all year round
Well, that was my
now.
next thing. I wanted to talk about white, that, right? That after Labor Day doesn't exist anymore, right?
Done. I just
Yeah.
talked to my style, the guy I go to
Yeah.
helps me style some of my
Yeah.
stuff. And I talked to Marcus, and Marcus is like, Kyle, you can wear white all year round.
Yeah.
It's actually really chic to wear white all year round.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm
for
like, okay,
sure.
I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So
So,
yeah, you can wear white all year. Yep, there's
hmm
no white after Labor Day thing. And
yeah.
um, but yeah, the cropped actually look really cute this time of year with like a high boot
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yep.
you can
Does.
show the boot off and it,
Hmm
it makes it feel. I
Yeah.
tell you, Chrissy, the rules of the road when we were younger, like
Oh,
all
it's
these
so
things you
different.
don't wear, they're so different. Anything goes. Like fashion is, it's just so different.
Oh,
And
yeah. Oh,
what
my
I've
gosh, yes.
noticed too is I'm more observant of like, I mean, obviously I want to stay in fashion while other people are what's out there and stuff.
Hmm
But I've gotten really comfortable with like buying classic stuff
Oh,
that
yeah.
doesn't, I don't do a lot of prints. I don't do a lot of that kind of stuff because I want
hmm
stuff to stay that I can mix and match, wear for work, wear for, casual, but it doesn't really go out of style as quick.
Yeah. Well, then you can have it a long time, so you're not
Hmm.
just like going to the Goodwill you can keep it a lot longer. Now, I will tell you that I have done a lot of giving to the Goodwill lately, so I'm just so we know. So, well, good. Well, that was kind of my buzz for this week. I just,
I love it.
wanted to talk about that. So, which kind of takes me right into our sis pop of the week.
Oh my God, I love the pop.
So the pop for me is something that Colleen and I both own.
Oh boy.
Okay. So it is, and I make sure I get this name right. It is the Skechers Go Recover
Oh,
Refresh Arch Fit Recovery Thong Sandals. Now say that 5 times fast. So this sandal I wore to Colleen's when I went this past summer. I have it in blue. This is actually the color that Colleen owns.
I do.
So, and I will tell you, and then I'll let her tell you what she thinks. I love my sandals. They're really comfortable. You can wear them in the water. They can get wet. They're easy to slip on. I happen to have bought mine at QVC, they didn't have them
Of course you did.
anymore. So of course I did. And so I believe Colleen found hers at Amazon, right, Colleen? I think you
Amazon.
did.
Yep.
Yep. So, but this is my pop of the week. I highly recommend them, and they are just really comfortable. And even, I wasn't always somebody who liked, anything in between my toes as far as for a sandal, but this doesn't bother me at all, and it's just super comfortable, and I really like it. So, what do you think about them, Colleen?
I mean, it's like walking on a cloud. So
Hmm.
she had these on, she got out of the car. And when she came 4th of July, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Hi, nice to see you, but what are you wearing? Like those look like a dream. So we wear the exact same size shoe, which is very funny, pretty much.
Yeah,
And
pretty
so
close.
I think your feet are a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit, but I
A
tried the
little
shoe on,
smidge. Yeah.
a little smidge,
Yeah.
maybe a half size.
Hmm.
And so I tried them on. I'm like, oh my God, these are like walking on a cloud. So truth be told, I do not have good feet. Okay. Everyone on the podcast, my feet are not my best asset. I'm just going to be honest with you. So I did sports as a kid for a very long time, crammed my feet into shoes, heels for a very long time in
Hmm.
my career, and also did point ballet for a very long
Yeah.
time. So my toes are my big toes, I had major, major bunions and major issues with. So, truth be told, my feet I need to take care of now in my older life better than I had been. So, anytime I can find a cushy sandal like that, that's kind of still cute, I'm all in. I'm all in. So
Hmm.
when you put your foot in that thing, it literally feels like you're walking on a cloud. I'm not kidding. It's
Oh
so
yeah.
comfortable. And like Kristen said, you can wear those. I wore them all the time. Like I wear them when I'm by the pool, but I also wear them all over town. Like they're just really cute. And those were really neutral color. Chrissy has them in blue, which is really neutral too, I think. But these were
Hmm.
like in this creamy white with the orange bottom. Ton of compliments on them, and I wore them all summer long. And even if they do get a little bit dirty, you just wipe them off. I just used a magic eraser and I
Hmm.
just like wiped them off the base of them and stuff. You know where your foot goes in, they can get kind of dirty sometimes. I just
Yeah.
used a magic eraser and they got clean. Um, but yeah, so I had one bunion surgery on the right foot when I was what, 26, Chrissy? I think I was 26.
I don't remember how old you were,
It
but I
hurt like a
just remember
bee,
how
and
long you were out
swear
because
to
of the
God I would
surgery.
never do it again. But
Hmm.
the left foot needs to be done. And I just don't have the time. I probably have to go to work like 6 weeks. I just don't have the time. I'm gonna eventually have to do it, or I'm not gonna be able to walk anymore. But um, that's why everyone out there buy these shoes. They're so comfy, and your feet will thank you because mine do thank me all the time. Now I won't be wearing them now. Now I live in my slippers, but other
Oh
than
yeah.
that, they're awesome. Good
Hmm.
pop of the week, Chrissy. I love it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
since we both own it,
Since we both own it, I figured it was appropriate for this week. So,
good one.
so I'm gonna throw it to you now for our the sis song of the week.
Oh, this is a goodie. Okay. So this is a goodie. I'm gonna cue it up here in a minute, but so Chrissy and I, we were younger, as we mentioned on a previous podcast. We shared a room. So Kristen's 2 years older than me, which I love to say a lot, but she's 2 years older
Have
than
you
me. So we
noticed?
had similar, shut up. We had similar music taste. It was impossible not to because we had one boombox in our room and we shared it. And I know, and we had cassette tapes, right?
Mhm.
So I was into Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, Wham, oh God, you name it. Chrissy was a little hard rocker at times. She liked a little Bon Jovi, a little Def Leppard,
Little
but
white
she had a
snake.
band that was very off the mark for her, but very popular in the late 80s, which many of you might have heard of, called Wilson Phillips.
Oh,
So, so this song would blare in our room on a regular basis. And I will tell you one thing, is she was here for the 4th of July and this song came on purposefully because I played it when we were out by the pool. And we both broke into song in unison to this song. And it was no, she knows every lyric. Okay. And we were singing it and laughing. Do you remember?
oh yeah. Oh my gosh,
It's the
yes.
best.
But
It's
the
the best.
funny,
Are we gonna cue it? Are we gonna cue it up or not? I'm not sure if we're queuing it up.
I
I don't
don't
know
think
if
we're
we're
queuing it
queuing.
up. Yeah, I don't think we're queuing it up.
Okay. Well,
But it's
everybody's got to
hilarious.
go. yes, go to Spotify. Hold
Hmm.
on for one more day. Wilson
Hmm.
Phillips. I think they still do things together. I don't know for sure. But really good album that actually this was a really good album, which hold on. But Krissy and I will say you just this was your cassette. You
Oh
loved it.
yeah.
I don't
Oh
know
my
some of
gosh,
their
yes.
other songs though.
Oh, they have some good
Off the
songs.
top.
Isn't this I think this might be the song too in Bridesmaids, isn't it? The one with the at the end with the wedding, I think.
I think it is.
I think it is. And the other funny part is that my hair in college was really, really short. Um, and he used to say to me, "Hey, I think you look kind of like, one of the singers in Wilson Phillips." And so I think, and I was like, "Oh, okay.
Hey, I'll take that.
I'll take that one. Yeah, that's good." So,
It did look like that in college,
yeah,
actually,
it
your
did.
hair.
My hair was really short like that. So it was fun. But yeah, they're a good group. So yes, that's a
Well,
great song.
yeah.
Great
So yeah,
choice.
thank you. So those guys, those of you out there that aren't watching us right now and you're listening, it's Hold On by Wilson Phillips. So just get it on your Spotify or whatever you listen to
Hmm.
stream music on, and just you'll know the words and you'll start singing it. If you're our age, it was definitely, I think, mid to probably like mid 80s, mid to late 80s when that song came out. I'd have to go back and look.
It might even be later 80s because like yeah, because I was in college in the late 80s. So,
It's a good one.
hmm
Yeah, I was singing it the other day and when
yeah,
I was selecting, and my husband was laughing at me.
that was a good one.
So, anyways, well, good,
That was a
Krissy.
good
Well, I
one.
think we're gonna sign off for this week. You want me? Am I doing the sign off today?
You do the sign off. Go ahead.
All right. All right. Well, guys, thanks again for listening with us. Krissy, as always, just a blast at the Sister Buzz. You
Hmm.
guys can find us on all things out in the real media world, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, as I just mentioned, and YouTube. Am I missing any, Krissy?
TikTok. Yep.
TikTok. How could I forget the
TikTok. How
TikTok?
could you forget TikTok?
My God, my kids wouldn't forget TikTok. They're
Never.
addicted to
Probably
it.
be first.
I know TikTok is
Hmm.
probably our one that we get the most much. I think that's the one we get the most traction on, isn't it, Krissy?
Is
TikTok.
it? I think it might be. Yeah, I think you're right.
We'll have to ask our head of digital media.
We
We'll
will.
have to ask her for our stats. But
Yep.
thanks again, everybody, for listening. And Krissy, we just want to put our one last screen up for believe in yourself, everybody. Make sure to believe in yourself. Thanks again. We'll see you guys. Talk to you guys soon.
Have a good week.
Have a good week.